I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome back to the Rude Customers Podcast.
Welcome.
Indeed.
Happy Prosecco Day, National
Apparently
Day.
It's National Prosecco Day.
Mm-hmm.
But every day is National Prosecco Day for Blossom.
No, it's not.
No, it's it's
not.
a perfect alley-oop there.
Whatever.
You gotta dunk that.
I do love Prosecco, though. I'm not going to lie. But we thought about...
She does.
We spent the week because we want to come out with a drink. And we spent time thinking about what we want our drinks to be like. And although we haven't fully decided yet, I think it'd be cool if we came out with a drink.
Yeah, definitely a signature cocktail of some kind. A Rude Customers beverage. A nice libation.
And none of this, okay, I love all the skinny drinks out there. Thank you, Bethany Frankel, for opening that door for people. Skinny drinks are like 100-calorie drinks. And we're going to get into Rude Customers in a second, but skinny drinks are 100-calorie drinks. But they're like the little cans that you could just drink, like, the White Claws and all those things.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
But none of that. Like, I'm talking about a drink that gets you...
Put some hair on your chest.
Messed up. Pretty much.
Oh, crunk.
Yeah.
A little sauced.
Yes. So, yeah.
A little
Anyways.
razzed up.
Excited to
Ghost.
be, thinking about it. And hopefully, maybe one day we can make it happen.
I think it'll happen sooner. Look, we can get into the kitchen and Julia Childs this thing. I'm down with checking and wrecking. We'll go ahead and make this kitchen cocktail in dreams, except for the really tragic ending.
Yeah, I just want a drink that is the complete opposite of a skinny drink.
We'll call it a Fat Karen.
Okay. Anyway, so today, y'all, Dave sent me some videos, and we're going to play it.
So if you don't like today's episode, you know who to blame.
Anyways. So the first on our list is we have a Wingstop employee who attacks a customer.
Yep. Yep.
So we already know who the rude customer is, do we?
Or do we?
Are you recording me?
General manager at Wingstop on First Street. See this? Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I'm waiting on the police. The police ain't came yet. I ordered food at 12:11. It's after 1 o'clock. I still haven't got. I got my food after 45 minutes of waiting. She grabbed my food. She threw my food away. She grabbed my food. You got the customer. You got employees trying to grab my phone from recording.
That's what I really wish I had more of.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And I looked. I couldn't find more of that. I really wish we had more of that one. But what did you think of that? That was not the way you thought it was going to go, eh?
It's so hard with this one because why did he not get his food? And why did he have to wait? Because he did say he got his food, but it took an hour, right?
I loved it. He's on the phone with the police. He goes, this woman just hit me. I've been waiting for my food 45 minutes. It's the first thing he did was talk about how long he waited for his food. Then I got my food, and then she threw away my food. This guy was killing me because the hitting was irrelevant. Like, you get hit with cups all the time. But I'm waiting for 45 minutes. I was like, that's great. That's amazing. So he waited a really long time. I love to know why.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? In the wacky world of fast food, it could be any reason nowadays.
I would like to think the picture that I have in my head is that he probably came in annoying this lady, saying, all the things he's on the phone with, talking to this police officer. And I assume she just was like, nah.
Well, I love that we're victim blaming. I'm down with that.
I don't know.
He gets hit with a cup and what did he do?
I don't know.
What did he do?
I don't know, but yeah, I need more there, but
it was a fun one to start. This is a good one. A little crazy.
All right, so the next one we have on our list is a customer is upset that can we go to grammar, back to English school here? Anytime there's a vowel, like A, E, I, or U, you want to put A-N before. Okay. Anyways,
there you go. Grammar
customer
time.
upset that an iced coffee is $1 more than hot coffee. An employee gets annoyed.
This one I wasn't sure if we covered before.
It looks like something.
I feel like you've shown this one to me. I'm not sure. You tell me this could have been a repeat. I'm not.
You know what?
Sure,
we don't get that many viewers, so if it was a repeat, you probably didn't hear us talk about it the first time.
Yeah, you're 80 episodes deep. If you remember
Yeah.
this one, we're gonna find out who's been watching.
Right.
Shout out to the OGs.
For real.
We're closing up on 700 subs, and we actually do have some OGs out there. Some people. If you've been subbed since the beginning, go ahead and give us a shout in the comment section. I'll pin you.
Trying to understand. So you mean to tell me a iced coffee and a medium hot coffee has $1 difference, but one is just hot and one is just cold, and there's no explanation for that?
Here's your card.
Ma'am, I'm asking you a question. Why is it $1 more for an iced coffee? Do you know that?
Please stop filming me, and here's your card.
I'm asking you a question.
Can you take your card, miss?
Can you answer my question?
I answered your card.
You didn't answer my card. My card's not a phone.
No, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm gonna call corporate, okay? Just know that. This is what they do to you at Dunkin' Donuts. That was so rude. I just had a question.
I assume if there's a reason for why an iced coffee is more expensive than a hot coffee, I assume it has something to do with the fact that you're using more supplies. You're using more either milk or whatever the case may be. And if you feel,
answer, right?
but also if you feel to argue about it to where you have to take out your phone, then maybe just invest in going to Walmart and just buying your own shit. Maybe invest in doing that, because it's just not worth it. Like, you can't, when someone has a place of business, I get this is a chain restaurant, it's Dunkin' Donuts, but if when you are going to a place of business to purchase an item from this business, you don't then complain $1 difference about something, because you're receiving a service, you're getting something. So I don't feel sorry. This is a rude customer. I'm not entitled. No one is obligated to tell you why they charged what they charged. If that was the case, I would go to Busy Bean down the street every day and be
Checking
like,
and wrecking.
what?
Checking and wrecking.
But
That ain't Donna Duncan. Okay, that's not Debbie Donuts. She doesn't run anything. She makes minimum wage if she's lucky. And no, it's like what answers do you think this woman has for you?
she just presses a button,
Just
and that's
presses
the
a button.
price. She
That's
didn't make up the price. She's
No.
not the owner.
Stop being entitled. What are you going to get from her giving you an explanation? If she gives you an explanation, if it's any explanation, how is it going to be enough? You're already showing you're going to be bad faith. Nothing's going to satisfy, because why would you bring it up if you weren't going to try to get it cheaper? Like, this makes no sense.
That's ridiculous.
Push it. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Because that was annoying. Don't hold up drive-thrus. Keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Aggressive. Sorry.
You're not that aggressive.
Look how aggressive I am.
Oh, gosh.
Super scared.
But guess what also was aggressive this week?
Rude customers.
A bunch of PowerPoints my way. A bunch. So I went to so I have 2 jobs now, guys.
Yeah.
And, well, technically 3 if you want to count this. But, so we had to cut real quick because I was telling
your
Dave.
point was, oh, yeah, go ahead.
I forgot what my point was.
PowerPoints. That's I was getting you back on track to
yes.
PowerPoints.
Oh my gosh, yes. So PowerPoints. So I have 2 new jobs, and I was throwing PowerPoints at one job. And the other job gave me a really nice high salary. It's great benefit, like all the things. I mean, Dave can technically be on my, if we're married, he can be on my stuff and all that stuff. But anyways, my whole
Trophy
point,
husband.
my whole point is that this other job,
Needs attention.
sorry
Call
if
your
you
mother.
could hear that.
Mr.
I just learned
Motorcycle
voice
Man.
isolation in Final Cut Pro. So maybe you can't hear that. I'm gonna try voice isolation in Final Cut Pro. Sorry.
Oh, the things
Okay.
that make her happy.
I'm gonna
I
get.
love it.
No, it did.
It made her incredibly happy.
I was so happy to learn voice isolation in Final Cut Pro. But anyways, my whole point, I am so sorry, if you are following me through me trying to get through
This is entertaining.
I am sorry.
They love
it. We have Prosecco.
She's wind up.
It's National Prosecco Day. Anyways, my point is that we were going to go through the 5 things at this other job that they just threw PowerPoints at me. And then they were like, okay, you're hired. Good. Bye. We'll see you this day. There's 5 things that I'm going to show you. There's 5 types of difficult customers. And I thought it was funny. I'm going to put this, if you're watching video, on the screen where I took a video. And at the end of this, I'm going to play, and I did this just for you guys, of this other girl. And it's not a video of her. It's a video of me, but you'll hear her snoring. It's me and her in orientation. Me and her, and they just throw these packets on the table, and I'll try to blur out if there's any, like anything that's gonna let you know where I work. But yeah, let's go through it because I thought it was funny and I thought it was somewhat inappropriate a little bit. It was inappropriate a little bit.
Really?
So yeah, dealing with 5 types of difficult customers. Let's talk about it.
Love it.
So we have the confused and indecisive customer, but when you look at it, it goes indecisive in S. What?
It's like they're trying to do the Latin, like the Latin terminal.
Well, no, because I swear one of these is like a negative Nancy or something. Hold on.
Oh, they went with it. I see what you're saying. I see what they did.
Hold on.
I just was like, who's an Inez?
Yeah, look, they have they have like a negative Nancy there. Yeah. So I'm not completely insane here. Okay.
Nope. I thought that they were trying to do something a little bit. I thought they were trying to be like cute about it. Well, they're a different type of cute.
I gotta turn it to read it. Sorry, but it says, or you can read it. Here, you can read it. So the first type is what is it?
The confused, indecisive customer. Holy hell. This type of customer just cannot make a decision. They'll ask you questions and even more questions, but still can't make a decision no matter how much information you provide. Mm-hmm. I read this. I can barely read that.
Oh my God. I thought this was funny because I was like, this is the medical field, y'all. We're taking care of patients. By the way, they want us to start calling patients now customers. I also saw this on TikTok.
What?
I saw this.
Whoa, what?
I saw this on TikTok too.
Stop it.
I saw it on TikTok and it happened before my eyes.
They are telling you to stop calling these people patients.
Yes.
And start. That is terrifying. How is that not like big pharma?
I don't know.
How is that not like confirmation of like what people think is happening? Mm-hmm. No, they should always be patients. There should be a reminder that it's a care industry. It's a care service industry. It's not, I'll bring you soup. It's not, I'll come make sure that you have your utensils. It's, let me make sure you have your medication, that your temperature is at the right place. And if you have pain, let me take care of you. Oh, that bothers me.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me kind of sick.
What's so insane to me is that I saw this on TikTok a few days ago and I was like, whatever. I just saw this one nurse complaining about it. And then when I went into work, I was like, wait, they want us to start calling people customers? That's weird.
Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know why that's breaking me, but it makes me mad. That like pisses me off. That's ignorant. That's stupid. People are already upset with the quality of service in both industries overall. People are upset all the time with healthcare stuff. You hear it's one of the most commonly complained about things, from ER to regular doctor work. And then the service industry, food-wise, my God, it's like shambles at the moment. So you're telling me you think that it's a good idea, healthcare service industry, to now borrow that term to describe the people that are literally handing their lives over to you? Nah, dog, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'd be pissed off if this would piss me off on every level. The family members, the actual person, like this. Oh my God. See, in the military, I could always accept you're just a number. In the Army, you're just a number. It's nothing personal, kid. You're just a number. Should not be that way when you're paying for privatized insurance or health care. And I don't like it.
I'm not really sure the reason behind the change,
but
usually the change is supposed to be more respectful. And for some reason, they're going to flip this in a way to where it is respectful.
There's no way this is respectful. This is the way, I feel this is the way to like almost strip rights. Like a client at the very least, client has some dignity about it. Customer, I hate customer.
I don't know, but it's a thing now. It's a thing.
May I take your order, sir? Shut up.
It's a thing.
Oh my God.
Anyways, let's read this strategy for the confused, indecisive customer. Identify their hot button. What exactly are they most concerned about? Customer service, clinical issues, dietary? When you know what their hot button is, it's much easier to guide them to make a decision. Find ways to sweeten the deal. Highlight our strong suits. Use your supports. Bring another team member to get things moving along, and then continue to follow up to head off second thoughts.
It's a manipulation packet. Yeah. Nice. Great manipulation. I
thought this was funny, and I was like, "Is the other girl?" But she was snoring. But I was kind of like, "Is she gonna wake up and see me taking photos of these five?"
She won't be able to read it. She drooled on hers.
Okay, so the second one is the demanding, bullying -- aggressive customer.
Ooh, those are fun.
So sorry if you can hear the ambulance in the background. This type of difficult customer is quick to anger, overly aggressive, highly critical, rude, arrogant, and often verbally abusive. They think their needs and demands are superior to everybody else. They scream, complain, abuse, or threaten. Now, what do you think the strategy is for someone like this?
Well, it's always going to be to not escalate. It's going to be to try and keep the situation as calm as possible. Try to make the person feel like they're being heard and feel like they're a little more important, if you can, within reason. That's what I would think would be something around those lines.
The best way to handle them. I love how this is the reason why I took a photo of this, because it's just written so unprofessionally.
Oh, it's written condescending.
It's like the best way to handle them. That's what it says. Okay, anyways, the best way to handle them is to calmly and confidently apologize for the experience and tell them you're willing to look into the problem. Ask them to tell you exactly how you can help them.
Yep.
Never join them in a shouting match or try to match their aggression. Respond politely without raising your voice, and don't take their insults and criticisms personally. Yep. Try to understand why they are frustrated and wait for them to regain composure. When their anger has subsided, take the opportunity to apologize and offer a solution. Notify a supervisor if unable to redirect, address their needs.
Is there any way that you can find me this packet online? Can you give me, because we need this at the shop. I need this at the shop so bad. But you know what's funny about this? I'm going to be dead serious for a moment. Part of my problem, I don't think I've ever had a problem at the shop, but there are some people who get it. All right. They just get it. You go get it some days. All right. I'm not saying I'm always a walk in the beach. Okay. But point is, I've had to learn. I'm an energy matcher. At the end of the day, I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to match your vibe. Especially when I'm trying to sell somebody. It's just kind of how I am. I'm going to match that shit. You can't be that way in sales. You can't. You can be with some people, but you can't and this is a really good highlight of that. So over the 2 years and plus change that I've been there, I've really had to focus on identifying the different types of people. I've never broken it down this far. But when you can kind of archetype the type of person without being offensive about it, archetype a person coming in, you can adjust your own emotions if you know that you're kind of that type of person. And I know that I am. So this is great. This is fantastic.
It's just funny to see this
in the healthcare industry.
In a patient setting. I expect to see this if I'm applying for a job at all the other jobs I've applied to in the past, like Walmart, Friendly's.
Right, where you actually deal with customers.
TJ Maxx. I don't know, like all these other jobs that I've worked at in the past, I'd expect this. This is the first time in the medical field where I'm sitting here and we are really like, this is how you handle these people.
Do you know what all those jobs you just mentioned had in common?
What?
You never served a patient there.
I mean,
like, how stupid is this? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
it's not interchangeable.
And I'm just laughing the whole time while I'm reading this.
I need this. I have to take this to the shop. This will kill Jimmy.
I think we have like maybe 2 or 3 more.
3.
The Complainer, parentheses, Negative Nancy.
The Negative Nancy. Yeah. Never going to make them happy.
All right. Which I found very unprofessional. No,
you didn't like the name call. You didn't like the.
No,
I think
I
gotta be honest.
Like, this is so rude. Like, here you are, orientation. So these are the different types of personalities you're gonna deal with. Here's the complainer, and here's what you do with the But
can I be real with you for a minute? Can I ask you a real question?
What?
It's not also pretty damn accurate.
Yeah, it's accurate.
I think that these are okay. Some things are in the realm of offensive, and I know times change.
Negative Nancy.
I'm keeping Negative Nancy. Debbie Downer. I'm keeping those.
This is a real orientation packet. This is my orientation packet. Like,
they're fun. We're fun here. Is this the high-paying job?
No.
No. Okay. No. Well, that makes a little more sense.
No.
Well, then, take it with a grain of salt.
Okay, so the complainer, they find fault in any. Okay, they find fault in any and in everything. No solution you offer is right. That's why it can be almost impossible to totally satisfy them.
Oh, it is.
So what is the strategy for Negative Nancy?
A Negative Nancy for us when we deal with them. I feel like I've kind of wrote these things, I swear to God. Basically, the best way to deal with someone who does nothing but complain is just keep offering solutions and apologize consistently. Do not stop apologizing, because once you do, it's game over. But you apologize to the point of reason. You continue to try and find solutions, and you do the best you can to keep the situation calm. Keep your disposition as good as possible. Do not let them know that they're getting under your skin with their constant complaining, because then you have lost.
That's true. That's true, because I feel like it's also some...
Oh, it's a power play. That's probably that's more power dynamic than the aggressive, assertive guy. The first one.
They're the complainer's the worst, because they're never going to be happy with anything. But the strategy.
Yeah, I want to hear this one.
Don't let them dwell on their complaints. Once you feel you know the real issue, interject and ask them what they would do to change the situation. Keep things optimistic, and make sure you get them to participate in all decisions, or they'll find fault with the decisions later. Yeah. No matter what, always respond calmly and nicely and with a smile.
Yes. That's a bit. I think that we probably get more of that type of customer than any other. Like, most, to be fair, I poop on some customers a lot at my place of business, but 90% of them are cool. Mm-hmm. It's the 10% that you can break down into these archetypes. But this is definitely the most common type of difficult customer, is the Negative Nancy. But as long as they spend, I don't care. Like, if I got to take a little bit of extra time because you're difficult, I'm understanding enough of that to play ball. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm doing what I do. I've had disabilities. I get it. I know it. I understand that life, whatever the case is making you this way, I understand. I'm the guy for you. But until I'm not.
Okay. You're a marshmallow.
I am a big fluffy one. Roast me, toast me, put me on a cracker.
I think we have one more.
Uno
maybe.
mas, at least.
We're there. This is the third or fourth one. I don't know. Oh, this is the fourth one. You're right.
I'm keeping score.
All right. The know-it-all customer. Once again, how unprofessional. I keep reiterating myself or, repeating myself because
Do they have a name?
I've never seen this. Informed Isaac?
Oh, the informed Isaac.
Parentheses, informed Isaac. Once again, how rude. This is pretty
Knowledgeable
much...
Noel.
It gives the attitude. I guess what I didn't like about this is that it already gave the attitude that, listen up here, girl. We find these people annoying as hell. This is our job. So this is how you deal with them. And that's fine. But it just doesn't give off like what my higher salary job gave off. My higher salary wants to start us calling people by their first names. That's what I learned today from that job.
I don't hate that.
They're like, call them by their first names. They pay a lot of money to be here, so we're going to make sure you call them. If you're working that floor, then you need to know their first names.
Put some respect on that name.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was different. In this one, they're like...
How to deal with all these pain in the ass customers you might have to deal with.
So it's just it just comes off what is going to be the energy with working with the people that I'm working with.
Do you feel it's possible? I'm going to give a little benefit of the doubt to the situation, maybe even play a little devil's advocate here. But do you think it's possible that maybe they just got somebody in HR or that it feels maybe it's a lighthearted thing and they were just trying to take some of the energy to a more levity place? Is it possible or no?
I think what happened here is that there's people, because this is New York, and I feel like there's people that I feel like they were talking to a certain group of people that have had enough and that have worked in this field for so long. So yes, to answer your question, that they were trying to be relatable to some people. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. To nicely put it.
Yeah, but still, those aren't mutually exclusive. I can gather that. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so the know-it-all, the informed Isaac. They have just enough information to be dangerous. What?
That's one of my favorite sayings ever.
They seem to know everything about everything, including our business, product, or service. They often focus on minor issues to distract attention from important ones. They showcase their knowledge. They could be highly critical and rude. They also tend to talk a lot and always want to dominate the conversation. They are convinced of being right, and it's almost impossible to change their beliefs.
You are my favorites, because I have a little bit of this quality sometimes. When I feel I'm right, I am the smartest man in the world. But when you get these people in the customer world, these are the most fun, because you can mess with these people the easiest, because usually they're stupid. They're great. They are. The know-it-all, usually they're the dumbest one. The people who speak like they know the most and they act like they know the most, but you have to really read what that said. They wanted to say word salad. They speak a lot without really saying much. Those are the guys who don't really know what they're talking about. They just want you to think they do. Why? So they can use it as leverage in negotiation.
No,
how you defeat them is you take them into deep water conversation. You drag it out a little bit further where they can't swim.
I was tested for every single week. So I worked with this family on a private case, which I quit. I had put in my 2 weeks notice like a professional. They didn't know that, but I had put in my 2 weeks notice and I had quit, but he kept, because I felt like I was in an environment where they felt like I was dumb. I felt like on a daily basis testing me, which made me feel like they were a know-it-all. Like he would be like, oh, Kamala Harris, she has those people, the 4 people in mind that she's going to choose as VP when she didn't choose her VP yet. And he was testing to see if I knew the 4 people that she had in mind. So my response was, oh, well, I really don't pay attention to who she's going to choose. What's the point? I'm not going to have any power over that. But when she chooses a VP, Tim Waltz, I will then look further. Now that I know the name, I'm going to look further into who this person is because I have no power over whether or not who she chooses. So why am I going to look into the 4 people that she may possibly choose? But he would find any type of way to see what does she know? Like, what is she trying to... Sorry.
No, but yeah,
Sorry.
rein that in.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
getting
right.
way into...
Yo.
I'm getting way into, like...
How many more of those we got?
Dave, you know what? We could have a podcast so you could talk to me, okay? We could have conversations.
Who said that we couldn't?
I know, but like...
No, you're
you
good.
made me feel bad for talking. All right, let me get to the strategy of the know-it-all customer. All right,
She
so...
called herself out and I got in trouble for agreeing.
Okay,
Dog,
so
one's in the chat, bruh.
it's not the chat, it's the comments, okay?
You can tell I'm a live streamer.
I know, live streamer, stop
Terrible
saying
live
chat.
streamer.
It's not the chat, it's the comments, okay?
Yo, what up, chat?
Anyway, the strategy for the know-it-all customer. Never ignore them and don't correct them in front of others. Or you could risk a major disagreement or a prolonged conversation. Instead, if you need to correct them and provide some facts and information, you may use a line like, "You're right, but I think ... Make your factual point.
I think that's pretty much the goal with the know-it-all is to keep the conversation as short as possible. Get them along.
Mm-hmm.
Get them out the door. That's what you want. Those are the ones that you want to end it with the fastest because they're the most insufferable.
Mm-hmm.
I can deal with, because here's the thing. Those are the ones who won't spend. Now, I'm coming from a different perspective than that's probably intending. I'm coming from a retail perspective. Those guys, the know-it-alls, they look for any reason to not buy.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the medical field, all of this doesn't matter because at the end of the day,
Patience,
the worst case scenario is that they're going to sue you for something wrong.
Yeah.
And
There's
so
insurance for
you
that.
want to make sure whether you are a CNA, whether you are a phlebotomist, whether you are an RN, a nurse practitioner, a doctor, you have a license. So when you get into an altercation in the medical field, it's like you have to protect your license. Like, so you have to work in a way to where your license is protected. So that's all I care about when it comes to whatever license I do have. I want to work in a way where my license will be protected because you could be a goddamn EMT or paramedic and your license could be revoked by running a goddamn stop sign. It's as simple as that. Like you can, there's little things that can happen. So you just want to make sure when you're in the medical field, regardless of the 5 things listed here, that you're doing all that you can do to be professional. But you also don't want to let anyone, I'm not talking about running a stop sign now, but you don't want to let anyone disrespect you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have someone like punch you in the face and you're like, okay, all right, Susie, you have Alzheimer's, let's get you to bed. You want to make sure that you're protected in those situations, you know? Yeah. Okay. So the last thing on the list is the impatient customer. Impatient Ian, in parentheses. Impatient. That's what I mean. I was dying.
I like Impatient Isaac better. Impatient Ian.
I was dying though. This girl was snoring, which I'll play soon, and I was dying. I was like, "What?" The music in the background. Oh, we live in the hood, by the way. Just to let you know.
In the ghetto.
Okay, so the impatient Ian the impatient customer is okay. The description. This kind of customer who doesn't care about the fact that something is not available or can't be done at the moment.
Oh, those are fun.
This customer wants what they want and wants it now. May resort to anger to control the conversation by using phrases like, I can't believe it. I want this solved. I want it now, or I'll go to somewhere else.
Threaten you. I do what I want. I want these answers right now.
All the time. I hear that all the time. I'll go somewhere else as a bragging.
I will take my business elsewhere.
Yeah, I hear that all the time.
Skedaddle. Oh, you know what I would like to pull out when people say that? Don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya.
See, but you can say that because you manage a pawn shop. You can never say that in the medical field. You can never be like
unchecked power.
Can you imagine being in the hospital and you say, "Don't ever let the door hit you on the way out"?
You should.
Yeah,
well, they're just customers now.
The door's gonna hit me on the way out.
They ain't patients anymore. Who cares? Get your ass out of here, your ratty ass customer.
So here's the strategy, y'all. Here's the strategy. Do your best to explain why things aren't moving as quickly as they'd like. Assure them that you appreciate their patience and do your best to serve them as quickly as possible.
Yep. Because the reality is with those people, and this is what you have to convince them at the end of the time, is they're the ones holding it up. It's their impatience that is key. Like, there's nothing else you can do. And that's what you have to express to them. You have to be, there's nothing here for me to do for you. I understand that that's frustrating, but I want to help you. I'm just as frustrated. That's something I like to do. I like to try to connect. I'm like, I'm just as frustrated as you are, lady. You know, I get it. Like, I would love, you think I don't want to sell this to you?
Yeah.
It's a great one. Because now we're both pissed off at somebody. Who? Oh,
yeah, no, I can
Amazon,
see
post office.
I can see that's your love language with customers is that you're going to try to, because I remember that it was at a GameStop and he didn't have his ID and you're like, what I would do is I would try it in front of him. Like, hey, let's see.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
So that I could see that being your love language with customers.
Yeah, it is. Well, because I get it. It's like, as a customer, like, everybody has tried to buy something. It's not a experience that is foreign to anybody. Everybody knows what it's like. And I would venture to say that everybody knows what it's like to get good and bad service. So I just try to remember that and be like, all right, this is how I'd want to handle it. This is how I'd want somebody to talk to me. So I just try to do that. Here, let me show you. We're both in this together here. I'm selling, you're buying. Let's do this thing. Keep that dynamic. At the end of the day, it usually works out. I had a $700 sale today to one person, so I know what I'm talking about.
You see what I mean, though? Like, he's so happy about a sale where he doesn't profit anything from.
Hey, I just got a raise.
So
I just got a raise.
I get it, but for those who
because
know,
of my awesome stuff. Yeah, like, I know. Yeah, look, am I getting my full valuation of my skills? No, but it's all about the perks.
And then the people we work for is starting to become your family. Yeah, in a way.
Some of my favorite people I've ever known in my life.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, at least, they were at our engagement party, which is insane.
Yeah, one of them's getting deeper. Yeah.
Getting what?
Deeper in here.
Oh.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just funny how everything works out. But
it is weird. You find your family. You know, at the end of the day, you find your family. You know, families are made and created, and you find yours in sometimes very unexpected ways.
Yeah. But guys, so what did you think about this podcast?
It was a deep one today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I know. I really do, because this is definitely, I'm obviously tipsy. But,
slightly. They didn't notice.
No, it's National Prosecco Day, and so I thought...
That's what makes it okay.
Why not?
Why not?
Get some tipsy.
Hey, wine not.
Wine not? Oh, why not? Why not? Take a crazy chance. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Please, someone know. Everyone always knows for Dave. Please know for me. If you know, you know. Please leave a comment below. I'm not going to say it.
I'm a king of pop culture, though.
I'm not going to say it. But if you know, please leave a comment.
Please know.
I will personally comment. If you see a Rude Customers Podcast comment, just know it came from me.
I feel like she needs somebody to know. Somebody, please know.
Please also know this. Thank you to the person who left us a podcast comment on Apple's podcast. We cried.
We cried tears.
We laughed.
We did.
We celebrated.
Praised.
Thank you.
We praised.
We would love it if another person could leave us.
Yeah, we're greedy.
Now we want 2 Apple Podcast comments or reviews. Yeah.
One is the loneliest number that you've ever do.
Yeah, like one, we definitely appreciated it. Thank you so much. But we don't have that many comments on Apple Podcasts.
They need a friend.
So feel free to rate us if you have the time. We know you are busy, live a busy life out here in these streets. That's not the email.
Oh.
And you keep doing. See, he's not listening to me.
No, I just like fondling.
He's already doing the thing.
It's fun to fondle.
That's not what I said. I was saying. I was asking them.
I know. I was hoping
if they
that
could please leave a review on our Apple Podcast.
You were towards the end of the.
Now I'm saying, if you have any videos that you'd like to send our way, feel free to send it to us at rudecustomerspodcast@gmail.com. I have it, if you're watching this video, on the screen right now. And where Dave is fiddling right below the Gmail email. So.
I was leading. You were towards the end of the first plug, so I start going into the second. It's okay though. We appreciate you guys so much. It's been a hell of a ride. We're really rounding into form here, and we're finding the groove in some really fun ways. So I hope you guys are enjoying everything that we're doing. Continue to subscribe, support, comment. We love reading your comments. You have no idea. If you're on Instagram, buckle up. There's all kinds of really cool stuff. I have a little bit more ability to post stuff on Instagram, so you'll see a couple things from Pawn Nation, because I'm going to go live with some customer stuff sometimes. So that'll be fun as well. If I get into a really interesting experience or something like that, I think you'll see that on the Instagram, so make sure you're following there as well. And everywhere that audio files are found.
All right, well, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. We'll see you next time right here on the Rude Customers Podcast.
Bye.